Okay, everybody, I looked it up. To my disappointment, this is it, but I was wrong. This was not in the quest mod section. I don't know how I got that mixed up. I originally saw this mod on a list. I was on an Al Chest Breach video, and I saw that it was Devil's Wish 182, whose mod I reviewed before. He was talking about some mods that Al could review, and I thought it said, here are some quest mods you haven't done yet, so I assume they were all quest mods. I could be wrong about what that comment said. I'll have to go back and reread it. But yeah, this is a new lands mod. That makes a lot more sense, because then room searching is the point of a new lands mod. Uh, yeah. Cool and all, really, really cool, but it doesn't make for something. It's not like a review thing, really. You can review new land mods. I don't want to say you can't, but I'm supposed to be reviewing quest mods. Somehow I thought this was, and it wasn't. So yeah, that is it for the Arbor, though. I mean, I'll still review it. I enjoyed it. We're going back to DC. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the Arbor. It was fun. Now that I know what it was, it makes a lot more sense to me, and a lot of the things in it are better. I want to just see that. Does that door disappear? So yeah, pretty short video. Okay, the door does disappear. Alright, so yeah, pretty short video this week. This is not a finished mod. There are still updates being done to it, I believe. This was either the first or second version of this mod. I think he said it's the first version. So yeah, I liked it, and that is it for the mod. So without further ado, I will see you guys back in the review portion of the video. Alright, everybody, we are back for the review portion of the mod review, and this week we did the Arbor by General Varus 2. First things first, just a couple of overall comments. I did like the mod, very good. I like that you can definitely tell that there's a lot of creative touch in this one. It definitely was BioShock inspired, and that really shined through the mod. The mod author's note as well with that immersion breaking door was pretty cool, because he puts a little bit of himself into it, so we get a little bit of witty kind of humor there as well. So overall, I did enjoy the mod, and now that I understand that it's a new lands mod and not a quest mod, that completely changes my perception, and in fact my entire review of it, because I was going to say, as a quest mod, you know, there was lacking so many things, I wasn't going to give it a good review. But now I understand it's not a quest mod. That was my mistake. This is why I always say I'm not a mod reviewer. I'm a Let's Player. You guys like me to do these mod reviews. I do them once every couple weeks. But this is why I don't do them very often, because I get confused. So, without any further ado, let's review the mod. Even though I'm not a mod reviewer, let's review the mod. So. First category, world space. Obviously, this was very, very well designed. That was, in fact, the point of the mod, was the world space. There was a corridor we forgot to go into. I'll have to check out what was in there. That door that required the key. You guys probably don't know what I'm talking about off the top of my head. It was in some room with one of those little electronic things. We suffered a slight electronic shock when we went in there. It was in the first... I want to say it was the very first video for the Arbor we posted. So yeah, there was one corridor we didn't go down. I don't know what was in it, because I didn't find the key. Maybe it was just blank, or maybe there was a whole other sector of the mod I didn't go into. Either way, what I did see was really nice. The aquarium mod worked very well. The textures that the mod author required that I downloaded didn't work, but that's no fault of his. The cells were very nicely designed. I don't know where he got that room design. Like I said, it looked like the Statesman Hotel a little bit, but I don't know if that's where it was from. I would like to know. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, he did a great job designing it. I think one of my favorite touches was the wing in which there was like the construction being done and the walls weren't finished and there were some pipes exposed. That really gave the mod character, because it shows that work is being done there, and that there isn't just literally copied and pasted cells all over the place. And then obviously all the different stores in the little shopping epicenter there. It was just really, really nicely done. All the world space was fantastic, from the diner on forward. So yeah, World Space gets a 5 out of 5 from me. I didn't see any major flaws with it. I really enjoyed it from that aspect. Lore friendliness, we'll give that a 5 as well, because BioShock, it's fantasy themed, so obviously because this is BioShock inspired, it doesn't fit with Fallout lore that way, but it's not claiming to fit into the Fallout landscape necessarily, which is why the immersion breaking door is there. So stay with me, because giving something a lore friendliness of 5 wouldn't usually make sense if it doesn't fit within Fallout lore. But this is a oh god, what's it called? Like a spoof mod of BioShock, if you will. Spoof isn't the right word for that. It's, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Tribute. There you go. See, it's a tribute mod basically to BioShock, so it fits within the BioShock lore, which is why I'm giving it a 5, because it's not claiming to fit within Fallout lore. It's not supposed to fit within Fallout lore. This is supposed to be something that's simply implemented into a different game mechanic. So I gave it a 5 out of 5 for that reason. Dialogue and voice acting. Obviously, there wasn't any voice acting in this mod, but the dialogue was all really well done in terms of the notes. I didn't see any grammatical errors. The notes were pretty long. I did go back and read them. Yeah, there weren't, like I said, any real grammatical errors. Very strong there. Very cool, neat little backstory. You've got sort of an Andrew Ryan that's in the city council, and the city's starting to shut down, and he's unhappy about it, and he encourages the citizens to figure out something to do about it. And then they have that little Citizens Information Bureau where they're keeping tabs on some of the people that they think might be forming counter militias. Yeah, there's really cool little backstory to this mod. So the dialogue as well, for me, would get a 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, there were very few noticeable mistakes, if any. So yeah, very, very well done with the notes. Playability, this is the one area where I might have to dock it a little bit, just because there was way too many, I should say there were, way too many NPCs loaded into the same cell. The problem with that is, unless you have a very, very high-end machine, it's going to drop your frame rate significantly, as it did with mine, especially when you're running Fraps, because Fraps in and of itself is a little bit of a heavy program. So obviously we experienced some frame rate loss due to the amount of NPCs. Plus, I mean, just aside from the frame rate loss, there was just a little bit too much resistance once you got into the the atrium and then onwards. Basically, there was just a little bit too much of that. So from that aspect, I would say that needed to tone down. Other than that, I don't think there were any major playability issues. Obviously, this is his first release of the mod, I believe. It's the first version of the mod, so there are going to be some changes. I think that will probably be one of the changes, if I had to guess, because I can't imagine that other people aren't noticing that as well. So I'm sure that there is going to be a fix there, and a few less people, or at least the bodies are maybe going to disappear after they are killed. So I would give playability a 3 out of 5 because of that, because it is a little bit tough to play the mod when your frame rate's really dropping that low. Alright, finally, miscellaneous and subjective. I had a good time with this. Didn't very much seem like it in my review, I know, but you got to keep in mind I was playing it with the assumption that this was a quest mod, and it didn't have any quest markers or quest objectives, so I was playing it from the wrong frame of mind. Had I known the entire time that this was, in fact, a new lands mod and not a quest mod, I would have had a totally different outlook on the whole thing, and I now do have a totally different outlook on it, and I think it's a great mod. I would give Miscellaneous Objective Experience a 5 out of 5. For a new lands mod, this is exactly what you want. You want new cells to explore, new little territories, and really the details in this were fantastic. When you take a look at all the little different advertisements in the mall area, there were so many different stores that all looked very unique and had different things to offer. This was a very, very well done new lands mod, and I'm very, very happy that we played it. It was a lot of fun, and I would recommend that you check it out. So if you haven't ever played the Arbor yourself, go on, check it out. It's on the Fallout 3 Nexus, the Arbor by General Varus 2. So altogether, this mod gets a 4.6 out of 5. This was good. This is exactly what you're looking for in a new lands mod. I would encourage the mod author to keep working on this mod and perfect it as much as possible, because it's really not far off from a 5 at all. I think if you fix the NPC, just the number of them, easily this becomes very close to a 5, if not a 5. So I think if the mod author just continues to work on it, keeps chipping away at it, and continue to work on other projects as well. I'd love to see some other things from this guy. Maybe he's, or girl, I don't want to assume he's a guy. Maybe he has done other work. I will check out his Nexus page, because this was really a fantastic piece of work here. So I encourage him to keep modding. There is a shortage of mods out there right now, and we need more creative guys or gals like General Varus too. So I enjoyed the Arbor very much, and thank you guys very much for watching this week. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed my little mini playthrough of the Arbor, and we will see you next time.